Mark F. Powers, Supreme Court Judge, attending. Would you please all rise?
Today, you will assume the mantle of citizenship with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attendant to it. Your friends and family gather to share in the joy and happiness that comes from your having achieved the right of citizenship in the greatest country in the world. As you accept the honor of citizenship today, you must accept the responsibility of preserving the equality of all people regardless of race, religion, or ethnic origin. In taking the oath of citizenship, you are not asked to surrender or abandon former ways or traditions, but you are required to accept without reservation the equality of each and every individual, regardless of how they look, how they speak, or what their station in life may be. I do not know what compelled you to become a citizen. Perhaps it was economic, political, or social, but you did it to better your life and the lives of your family. For this remains the land of freedom and opportunity, where you are limited only by your desire and your diligence to pursue your goals. You, of all people, know the rewards this nation gives its citizens, and you are the ones who can best appreciate them. Remember always that citizenship is a privilege, and with privileges come responsibilities. Exercise your right to be heard on matters of concern. Vote in every election. When asked to do so, equally perform your duty as a member of a jury. Watch what is happening around you and form your own opinions. Practice your religion and respect the right of others to do the same. Know that the United States still welcomes those yearning to breathe free, a country where if you work hard and meet your responsibilities, you can pursue your dreams. I know firsthand, because my mother became a citizen this way. And so for me, this ceremony will always have special meaning. The United States is a society where out of many, we are one. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You are the promise of this great country. As much as anyone else, it becomes your responsibility to carry forward those values which exemplify good citizenship, hard work, character, service to others, and an abiding gratitude that in the United States, anything is possible. Use the privilege of citizenship to advance the course of hope, justice, and opportunity, so that you may not only become a part of the American dream, but its true fulfillment. At this time, I'd like to call upon the supervisor for the town of Rotterdam, Steve Tomazone, to offer welcoming remarks.
I will be brief, but welcome to Rotterdam. Rotterdam was founded in the 1600s by Dutch settlers here. And for those of you that know, this part of our county, which wasn't founded until much, much later, was a farming community and an extension of those who lived in the city of Schenectady. We will be celebrating our 200th anniversary in 2020, so in just a few years, less than 3 years. So with that, I want to welcome you all to Rotterdam and thank you for the privilege of being here, the honor of being here with you all and your families as you take your oath and become citizens of the United States of America. Much like the people who are all among us here, all of us are children of immigrants in one way or another. And I'd like to thank the Dunkin' Donuts, Paul Canelo was here, he's in the back of the room. Paul's parents were immigrants from Portugal who came to the United States and worked very, very hard. And have founded a phenomenal business here in the Capital District. So Paul, thank you and your family and Dunkin' Donuts for being here and welcoming the new citizens of the United States here with us. And Evan Christie, who is here from Top's Diner, his parents came from Cyprus and Greece. We're all, again, children of immigrants. My parents came from a small town called Alvignano in Italy. So, you know, one generation. It doesn't take much to achieve the American dream. And for those of you that are here, I can already see you've done that by what you're doing here today, this morning. like to introduce some of the elected and appointed officials that are here this morning. Nicole Priest, who's here, as well as the Chief of Staff for Assemblyman Angelo Santa Barbara. Darlene Harris and Amy Hill, they are our commissioners at Schenectady County Board of Elections. Kara Jasinski, she's our Deputy County Clerk, along with Amy Brown, who's also Deputy County Clerk too, who are Diane Markham is here, who's our Rotterdam Town Clerk. Diane Markham, who works in the Supervisor's Office, along with myself and Mr. Tops, as we call him in the Town Hall sometimes, Evan Christou, who's our Deputy Town Supervisor. Also to my left is Staff Sergeant Patricia Austin and Staff Sergeant Michael Trask. They are recruiters with the New York State National Guard stationed right here in Schenectady. And finally, in thanking those who are here, I'd like to thank Via Properties and Flaunt, Asuk, and I know Alan and Jay were here somewhere, who did a lot of the work for us to set this up for us today. This is a great event, and I hope that you'll remember it forever. You have a lot of media attention here, and this will be also recorded, so for those of you who would like a copy, please we'll leave contact information for our office, and we'll get you a copy of this event today. And now is my duty to introduce John Woodward. John Woodward, John and I met many years ago when I was young into politics, and we won't go through that story today. But John has been, in my mind, is one of, if not the most outstanding elected officials in our county. Not because others are not outstanding, misinterpret that. But John is someone that you can go to with any problem, with any issue, and I can tell you that these events are very important to him, and mean a lot to him. And as county clerk, you serve not just in our county, but also in our town with the city of taxes and the school board. John has been in public office for over 42 years. And I want to thank you, John, on behalf of these new citizens who hopefully yourselves and or your children one day will help us in government and help us to continue to achieve the American dream. So thank you. John?
Congratulations to the new citizens that will be sworn in a few moments. I wanted to start off my remarks by, I was trying to think about the stories that related to the immigrant experience in America. I remember recently reading a narrative about a young Italian immigrant who wrote back to his mother and father in the old country. And he wrote a letter that said, "Mama and Papa, I hope you're doing well. I have learned 3 things about America. Number 1, the streets are not paved in gold. Number 2, streets are not paved at all. And number 3, they expect me to pave them." President Truman, when he left the White House in 1952, was asked by a newspaper reporter, "Mr. President, how does it feel to just be an American citizen?" And Truman was upset with the question. He said, "Just an American citizen?" He said, "That is the greatest title I've ever had." And like I say, welcome all of you today, because the 20-so people that are going to become American citizens today are going to walk out of this building. Thank them all for hosting us today. In order to do some very special things in terms of contributing to the fabric of our society. I would ask all of you a few things. Please, as new citizens, please vote. Voting is such an important right that has been fought for by our service people. It's such a tenet of our society. Please serve on a jury. The criminal justice system couldn't work without you. Even think about running for office. Now, I would urge you not to run for county clerk because it's a horrible job, but other positions need to be filled. We ask you to please become active in your community. Join organizations. There's so many things that people can do. They can teach people to read. They can become volunteer firemen and women. They can serve in the medical industry. This particular community I consider a very important part of my upbringing, because Rotterdam has been a very special place for me to live my entire life. We have just such a fabric here, a giant array of people being involved in youth organizations and sports organizations and community service clubs and all kinds of things to better their community. I also wanted to thank the elected and appointed officials that are here today, sitting to your left. They represent all kinds of political affiliations: Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, independent, even libertarians. We all in public service have different visions of what America stands for. But we need your vision. We need your vision. My wife's favorite musical these days is Hamilton. I don't know if any of you, it's the story of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. It's actually going to be coming to historic Proctor's Theater here next year, so I encourage you to go see it. And in the musical, Manuel Miranda has explained the American experience with a verse that goes, "Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry." I think this is as close enough to the creed of Native Americans as we can find. We're a country that's not even 250 years old. So I ask all of you, please be young, scrappy, and hungry. Thank you. Mustafa Terench, who is the proprietor here of the Chipmunk Cafe at the Ball, would like to say a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hola, friends from Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and Mexico. Hello, friends from Nigeria. Namaste, friends from India. Assalamu alaikum, friends from Pakistan. Ni hao, friends from China. Kamusta, friends from Philippines. Ahoy, friends from Slovakia. Anjum Haseo, friends from South Korea. Bonjour, friends from Togo. Merhaba, friends from Turkey. Xin chào, friends from Vietnam. Today, as a family, we are very happy to be here with you and share your excitement. I think I am more excited than here. Since this is your day, I'm not going to take your time too much. Just before I start, I want to thank to Via Properties and the town of Rotterdam to give us this opportunity to be here. Please don't hesitate to interrupt me if you don't understand something. I know I have an accent, and if I make any mistake, please excuse me, because this is my first experience to talk such a beautiful audience in a foreign country like this. Actually, I was in primary school last time. Across years ago. Every independence contains some courage, devotion, choice, self-sacrifice, hard work, and exact obedience. While America is celebrating its 241st anniversary of the American Independence Day, we are having the good results of your past brave moves you made years ago in your lives, which are not taken lightly, but with strength and determination. At this moment, to spread of independence and opportunity, my hope is that you achieve the dreams that you are seeking here in this country. A few months ago, when a friend asked me, how did we take the decision to move to the United States and open a coffee shop? It was a busy Saturday, and I just smiled away by saying, We have a also, my friends. A quiet sound answer came without any delay. Don't worry, here all of our stories are long. Yes, we all have different but familiar stories in a new country and culture, but it's the same strength and devotion brought you and us here too. I was a vice president in a special bank, and my wife was a brand manager in a multinational company before we did the decision to start our new business. There are lots of reasons to choose United States to make investments, but the important ones are hard work, gains results here, and we really believe in equality here. We moved here as a family, but now we met many wonderful people who have encouraged and hugged us and been like our family. Cross fingers. I congratulate all of you for becoming citizens of America today. May you all have good luck in your future endeavors, and I hope one day God will help us to become a citizen and witness a speech of an immigrant like yesterday. If you have time after the ceremony, that will be our pleasure with my family to host you at our Chipman Cafe at Denver, Israel. Thank you very much.
At this time, we're resuming court action. I'm going to call upon Sarah French, who is the supervisor from Immigration Services Officer, to begin the testimony.
Your Honor, on behalf of the United States Department of Homeland Security, I present to the court 20 adult candidates for admission to the United States citizenship. Each has been examined by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services and has been found to meet the requirements of the nationality statute. And is appearing before the court to take the oath of allegiance as the final step of the procedure. 2 of those present have filed petitions with the court requesting a formal name change. In each case, the government will concur and request that the court grant such petitions. Your Honor, on behalf of the United States government, I respectfully move that those candidates present be administered the oath of allegiance as prescribed by law.
Is there opposition to the application made? Hearing none, this application will be granted in all respects. At this time, I'd like to call upon our Deputy County Clerk, Kara Jasinski, to administer the oath of allegiance to our new citizens.
Will all new citizens please rise? Raise your right hand and repeat after. All allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or a citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required
required by law.
And that I take this obligation freely.
That I can take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservations.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I've also asked her to recite the country of origin. As your name is called, please come forward so we may present you with your certificate of citizenship.
Manu Dev Aurora, formerly of India. Formerly of India. Vidarni Devi Rajaram, formerly of Guyana. Formerly of the People's Republic of China. Lisbeth Maria Corrales, formerly of Costa Rica. Ajo Benedite Pasmite, formerly of Togo. Mom Victoria Romero Feliciano, formerly of the Philippines. Li Jinggo, formerly of the People's Republic of China. Sona Holmes, formerly of Slovakia. Yeong Hwang Wang, formerly of South Korea. Mohammed Jawed Memon, formerly of Pakistan. of the